YouTube, this is Bayu here. I'm wearing my 10-gallon hat, normal Texas summer hat. I know the type of material you use to make this hat. Also, I had a different style hat, but with the same material. Take a look at it. Oh, this is made here in the USA, believe it or not. Okay, but we're talking about the material because today I'm going to talk about hammocks, or in Spanish, hammocks. And they are, Wikipedia had 2 or 3 entries on hammocks that make no sense. Historical, I mean, because a hammock is a traditional Latin American from Mexico down to the Indians in the Amazon, the Peruvian Indians, by the way, that they used to make the hammocks with these same materials. We call them paja toquillas. As you know or heard about the famous Panamanian hat. Panamanian hat are made of the same material, paja toquilla, and they're made in Ecuador. So the famous Panamanian hat are Ecuadorian made, but it got stuck with the name, and now it's official. Panamanian hat, the best one made, original from Ecuador. But talking about this material. And this is the material that the Indians used to do to make, take a look at these hammocks. Now, you find this in Ecuador, you find this in the region of Manabí, this is state of Ecuador, Guayas, and high in the mountains in the Andes, Cuenca is another state that make this type of hammock. But what I want to show you is this style. Nylon, rope, is almost the same configuration as the fishing net, because it's basically a fishing net. This is a Chinese hammock, and if you take a close look, this is how they do the rope. They tie the end, okay, and then from the end they make a little half fishing net over here, and then go back over here. They go around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and come right up again. They make another 2 knots. Actually, this is half square knot, and then go down again, and then go over the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and come out number 7. So they go all the way around, and they use this big steel loop. And from there, you get another rope, maybe a 1/2 inch rope, nylon again, and then you hook it up. It's very light. This is not even 2 pounds. Follow me. This is the style of the old Vietnam era hammock. Okay, I put it together myself because this is the easy way, and they had done it before for many years and never failed. 550 paracord, and then you go through each of the loop. Each of the loop, one by one. It's tedious. This is about, I think it's about lengthwise. It's maybe 3 yards, I believe, 3 yards long. Extends a lot. And this is the typical weaving for a hammock. This is it, not the fishing net that the Chinese use. Okay, and at the end, what I do is I'll go ahead and do one of my cats are running around in a little circle, and then I get another 2 feet of nylon rope so I can tie it to a tree. Look at here. So you use it like this, okay, and then you go through both of them, both for support, 1 and 2. Very simple, very easy, and it's going nowhere. Okay, if one breaks, you have another one. I think that Dave has a very almost the same type of deal, but he doesn't use a 550 cord. He uses a big 1/2 inch rope that goes around, and then fold it right here, and then from here goes to the loop. Basically, same principle, different styles. I mean, oh, I got my hat wrong. It's the way that you want to do it. Now, I want you to take a look at this one. This is not Chinese. This is an Ecuadorian hammock made in Ecuador in the coastal side. And if you pay close attention, you see that they don't go through the first, they go through the first loop and the second loop. That one, the one that I did, only goes to the first loop. Why? Because in case that the weight is too much on the first loop, it will not come loose, because now you have two loops to support. Okay, this is also nylon, and it looks like a fishing net. Probably it's a fishing net, but all they're very small one, half an inch. Now, take a look over here. So you get quite a bit, maybe 20 or 30 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, probably 20, 30 loops, and you put it together out here. If you pay attention inside, you got 1, 2, 3, 5. So your whole hammock is tied with 5 loops. Now the loops gets over here, and what they do in Ecuador, typical Indian style, you start wrapping up the loops together. You say, this is the loops. And then from here, you start with another piece of the same material. You go around and around and around and around, like about 50, 60 times, I don't know, until you get support. And if you pay close attention, if my camera help me, you see inside is burned, and it becomes one solid piece. And at the end, you tie the loops, the loop end inside this one. And me, I have another Chinese-made hammock. Now this one is the proper style of a hammock. The nylon, see, they are wide, they're more like about 3-4 inches. That one was a little bit less. It was very minute, okay? And then, but look at the style on the top. Again, they go through, both ends are tied up, because it's only one rope, only one complete rope. 550, they use 550 too. You go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the ropes goes up, and the rope goes up. See? 10. So you start the 1, and then come 10, right here, 10 more, 10 more, 10 more, and the final one. And then it's the same style. See, this is even loose, because it doesn't have to be tight. It's half hitch, I think it's called. See? And they all move around too. So nothing is tied or sealed. Or, see? And I use this because the blue one got busted. And let me take a look. Let me show you the last one. This is a new style that I have seen a lot around, but it's also based in South American Caribbean style. You get a pole, maybe a yard and a half. You draw some holes, 4 and 4, so you got 4 rope. This is what little netting that they made on the how the Europeans used to make the hammock and take it out. This is not European. This is more like a Chinese style. Now, look at here. You got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rope, and it becomes a seat. Okay. The metal circle. That's very typical of the hammock. Now this will support my weight. You can actually use it to sleep, but you can use it to sit down and be comfortable. Got to move some of my friends' artistic work. I don't remember the price of this one, but the price of this one right here, the copy of the Vietnam era hammock, is around as cheap as $6. I think one is $12 on eBay. So why do I like hammocks? Why do I have so many? Because it's a sort of like a family deal. My grandfather used to have one. Both of my grandfather used to have one. So I got used to having one around. Okay. Now, if the cameraman help me, I'm gonna show you the proper way to get into the hammock. Okay, cameraman. Okay, this is the way that the Indians do it in South America. Okay, make sure that it's not twisted. So if it's twisted, take it out. Untwist it, right there. The first thing you have to do is put your leg up without killing yourself. Put your leg over. That's the first step, and then you sit. Then you sit. Then once you sit, you lean back, one leg, and then the second leg. This is the proper way that the Indians do it. Now, if you don't believe me, take a look at National Geographic movies that they have on the Indians in the Amazon jungle, the Brazilians, Ecuadorians, the Guruis, the what is the other type, other tribe? It's quite a few, and you see males talking to you sitting on their hammock, and they sit like that. They don't sit facing the front or facing the back. This is the proper way that they sit. Okay, YouTube, I'm gonna cut the history lesson short, and from the Indians' usage, then the Europeans got it and started putting in shit because it makes sense. It's easy, practical, and you can put it. Where's my little US Army bag? Look, you can put the whole hammock in this little bag. But if you use this material as the original the Indian used to make, it becomes cumbersome. So that's why you don't see too many of this style. If you see it in the market, they run a little high in price, $120, $150. But they still have some made for tourists that want to pay some money. They have one. I see that as expensive, $300 for the hammock of this material. Lasts you around maybe 30, 40 years and then fall apart like a hat. Okay, YouTube, thank you for watching. You know what to do if you want to subscribe. And then behave. I'll talk to you real soon. Bye.